In a statement, says the appointment is pending confirmation by the Senate. He said that the president expects that the new CEO of this agency will ensure the holistic realization of the Commission's mandate of protecting and promoting the interests and welfare of Nigerian consumers and ensuring the adoption of measures to guarantee the safety and quality of goods and services. Bello, who is a lawyer, administrator, and journalist, is the former secretary to the Lagos State government, served as commissioner for the environment under various administrations in Lagos State, and holds a master's degree in international law and diplomacy from the University of Lagos. Bello is also a winner of the U.S. Alfred Friendly Press. Women from the Igbo community have blocked the entrance to the Port Harcourt airport. The women from Igbo, which is one of the host communities of the airport, blocked the gate at the airport roundabout, waving placards, singing, wailing, and even cooking at the gate. Some of the inscriptions on their banner include, "We demand our citizens' rights, Igbo women peaceful protest." As of the time of filing this report, their actions had caused the buildup of traffic as passengers could not access the airport. This is the second time this year that the women are protesting. Recall that they protested on March 27 this year, but were pacified by the former chairman of the Rivers Traditional Rulers Council, Sergeant Obuse. The development comes as the Rivers State Police Command warned against planned protest by the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, as the Rivers State Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, said he had deployed police officers to the secretariats of all 23 local government areas in the state to ensure the safety and security of life and property. The Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has discharged and acquitted the former Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Adeyemi Ikuforiji, of 54 counts of money laundering charges. Justice Mohammed Lehman held that the prosecution failed to discharge the burden of proof placed on it by the provisions of the law. Ikuforiji was charged by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, alongside Atoyebi on a 54-count charge bordering on alleged 338.8 million naira money laundering. They had each pleaded not guilty and were allowed to continue on an earlier bail granted to them in 2012 when they were first arraigned. On March 17, 2021, the EFCC closed its case after calling the second witness for the prosecution. The prosecution called a total of 2 witnesses in support of its case. Meanwhile, Justice Lehman was later transferred out of the Lagos division, and the case suffered several setbacks. On May 4, 2023, Defense Counsel Dele Adeshino had opened the case for the defense. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, has activated its Emergency Operations Centers, EOC, as the death toll in the recent outbreak of the cholera reached 53 nationwide. Speaking at a press briefing in Abuja, NCDC Director General Jide Idris said 1,528 suspected cases and 53 deaths have been recorded across 31 states and 107 local government areas as of June 24. The Director General noted that the decision to activate the cholera EOC underscores the gravity of the situation and unwavering commitment to protect the health and well-being of every Nigerian. Idris said the EOC will serve as the nerve center for the coordination of response across the country. It will also support affected states, facilitate rapid communication, data analysis, decision-making processes, mobilize resources, expertise, and support from across the NCDC, their partners and stakeholders at all levels of government. It said the fatalities are not just statistics, but a significant loss of a loved family member, a spouse, a parent, and often a seasoned healthcare worker and team member. Idris said the situation will be compounded as the rainy season intensifies. He added that in response to the rapidly increasing cholera cases, a risk assessment was conducted by experts on the situation last week. Cholera is a food and waterborne disease caused by the ingestion of organism Vibrio cholerae in contaminated water and food. The Lagos State government says cases of cholera in the state have reduced drastically. Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, gave the situation update at a press briefing. Suad Anila was there and filed in this report. In spite of the recent outbreak of cholera, the Lagos State government has been able to curb the cases of the outbreak from further spreading across the state. Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, rules out measures and methods on how the cases were managed.
We had a slight increase around the 18th, 19th, and 20th, 21st, but as of the 22nd, the numbers have started to come down. And as yesterday, we had, I think, just 1 or 2 cases reported. We're yet to clean up the data from yesterday. But the general trend is that the numbers have significantly reduced, and we're not seeing the numbers of cases as we did before.
He emphasizes the need to visit the hospital as soon as symptoms are being noticed.
Liquid beverages are produced in a batch, and once the batch is produced, it is distributed and consumed. So when we go back to a particular location where they are manufacturing street beverages, we may not find anything at all because the batch that was contaminated has been completely distributed. We obviously will pay attention to the source of water that those manufacturers are using, and that is what we're doing at the moment. We're trying to identify as many of these street manufacturers. First of all, we're trying to emphasize the fact that if you're going to manufacture anything for public consumption, you must be registered with NAFDAC. So that will immediately put a very high level of regulation over the manufacture of street beverages.
It's kind of like global. It's not just us, it's the rainy season, it's the climate change, it's everything. And Lagos City is doing everything possible. We've got the right people in the right places, working day and night over the weekend, going to the marketplaces, going to churches, going to mosques, going to, obviously, schools, inspecting, checking, sampling, doing all sorts of things just to keep us safe.
Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Jamiu Ali Balogun, says precautionary measures have been taken in public schools across the state.
We also provide the ORT solution in virtually all our schools, and we give them information on the hotline to call if there's for emergency.
It is also worthy of note that all state health facilities are alerted and fully equipped to render free quality healthcare services to residents in case of any outbreak. Sports history was made as top-notch players in Lagos converged for the first Scrabble tournament staged in Ajegunle. Over 100 players participated in the one-day tournament, which was organized as a way of taking the sport to the baseline of the vibrant community. We have details in Taiwo Hussein Aremu's report.
Was a rare convergence, a gathering of word lovers from the greats to the newbies, as they all found a common ground as Ajegunle community had its first feel of the mind game at the maiden BSP Scrabble tournament in Lagos. A rich list comprising former world champion, current African king, the East Conquerors, king of the jungle, and other top players, as well as the mesmerizing 9-year-old. Xavier Onazi, who was the face of the 2023 Panasa African Youth Scrabble Championship, ensured the occasion matched its moment in history. Homeboy James Eruje, who had the elements in his favor as he occupied table 1, even at the last round, witnessed a sudden twist as he was shaken off in a tough duel by the eventual champion, Samuel Adebola. The Ogun State-based player emerged as the top man in a keenly contested competition, having garnered 10 wins and 2 defeats, same as second-placed Wellington Jihere with 769 points and Eruje with 675 points, but with the highest cumulative points of 902 in Class A.
I had the opportunity of staying here for about a year, about 40 years ago, so it's like coming back home for me. And it's a victorious homecoming. They've set a standard, and I would love them to keep up with that standard. We've been opportune to have competitions all over the country, but I have to say that this is one of the best we've had so far. Kudos to them.
Scrabble Amazon Bukumia Folayon was the first to appear in Class B, as she was 4th on the overall table with 9 wins and 3 defeats. Sufian Boluwatefe and Gbadebo Olufemi completed the top 3 positions in that category. Ibikunle Agbelekale was adjudged the best in Class C. Various prizes, including a Scrabble set sponsored by former national champion Olatunde Oduwole, were presented to every deserving player. President BSP Scrabble Club, Colin Okafor, expressed satisfaction with the turnout of players while assuring that the tournament has come to stay. Okafor stated that the noble initiative commended by stakeholders has found a new place in Ajegunle community and the tradition will continue.
We believe Scrabble can be used as a tool for societal development, and this tournament was a testament to the fact that Scrabble brings more support on players, and everybody I think enjoyed themselves. It was top-notch Scrabble.
Players from 10 states, including Lagos, Ogun, Oyo, Kwara, Edo, Delta, Niger, Kogi, Cross River, and Anambra State, found expressions in the first ever tourney in Ajegunle.
That's all for now, but for more news, do connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. Just before we leave, a quick reminder to call Lagos toll-free lines 767 or 112 in case of emergencies. Many thanks for watching. I am Bababumi Agbibi. We'll be back at 2.
This is Lagos Television, the voice of Lagos.